Yo, what's going on, my people? It's 25/7 TV. It's your boy Littles. We back. We in the lab, but we not cooking up games right now. We about to cook up a fitness tea. Last time I gave y'all a YouTube short, but it wasn't enough time for me to explain exactly how to do this process. So right now, I'm gonna explain thoroughly, the whole procedure from A to Z, so y'all can be able to press up your own shirts, hoodies, whatever, your own fitness gear, whatever you want to do. If you want to rock something while you're working out, or if you just want to press up just a statement tee or something, a message or whatever. So these are the basics right here, the essentials that you're gonna need uh, when uh, when doing a heat press application. So first things first, you're gonna need whatever article of clothing or item that you're gonna be pressing on, which today is gonna be this orange performance tee. We bought this tee off of Amazon. It's just an Amazon Essentials, nothing crazy. Um, if you do have a manufacturer somewhere where you want to buy wholesale T-shirts or blanks or whatever, you could do you. I know they have like Gildan tees, the blanks at like Joanne Fabrics and Michaels and stuff like that. But whatever. Nowadays you can get stuff shipped right to your crib if you know the plug. So right here we have the shirt. Like I said, it's a performance tee. We have our Teflon paper, which we're going to use to put in between the heat press and the actual design that we're going to be pressing on. You never want to press directly on the design. You need like a barrier. The tape, this is Teflon tape. This is going to be used to apply the design to the shirt to keep it down while we're moving it around. This is I don't know what they call this. I guess a neck gauge or something like that measurement for adults. And this right here is my tape measure. This isn't the one that I use. Usually I have one that's like more for fabric. This is a construction tape measure. It's better than the one I used in that last video, but this is still some bootleg shit too. But whatever, we'll be alright. And then we have a pair of scissors, which you're gonna need to cut the Teflon tape to put it on the design. So here we have the heat press itself, which is called the Vivor 15 by 15. It has attachments where you could hook up to do like coffee mug, press on coffee mugs and hats and stuff like that. But it's different attachments that you have to disconnect and connect to do that. But for right now, this is what I'm focused on, and this is what I'm sharing with y'all today is the setup for the heat press itself. So we have a Teflon sheet on the bottom to as a barrier between whatever article that you're putting on there, and then we're going to also lay a sheet of Teflon over the design that you're going to be pressing on. So we have two sheets here, one here on the machine and one here that we're going to lay on top of the design. So right now we are going to start this because we have to preheat it. It's just like an oven. You have to turn it on and let it heat to 325. So we're going to turn it on and let that heat up. And while we're doing that, we'll start the process. I'll show y'all how I size, well, how I position the design and tape it down and all that good stuff. And also, I'm gonna give you a little show and tell on some of the other things that I have in here. So stay tuned. All right, y'all. So basically, what a DTF is the actual process of what we're using to put on the shirt. So a DTF is a direct to film, which is a procedure that they use to put like colored graphics and prints on clothing and things of that nature. So it's put on a special film that they use like this adhesive powder with this ink or whatever, and it makes um, it makes this basically. So it makes the material that's going to go onto on the actual shirt once you press it. So and it can come in different colors. it's kind of changed the game as far as what you can do with yourself with clothing or whatever. So they have places, they have machines, printers that you can buy, and you could do the whole process yourself of actually printing out a design onto a film, onto direct to film, or they have establishments that you can go to, send them your design, and they'll send you a film already done up with the design on it already, and all you got to do is press it. That's what I do. I don't have any equipment to actually make my own DTF, but I buy the film from a place called Ninja Transfers. You could look them up. I just send in my designs. Now with the designs, that's on you. It all kind of depends on, if you have an app that you prefer, that you like to, to doodle on or whatever. You could use sites like Canva to do design, and what else? I use a app called PixArt to do most of my design and stuff like that. So that's how I I edit my stuff and get it sized and ready to send to Ninja Transfers, who then puts that design onto this film called a direct to film transfer paper, and then that gets pressed onto the actual item, like I did in the short with this shirt right here. So shit. Yeah, so Ninja Transfers, they sell shirts. They do it all. But if you just don't have the means of the equipment to, or the money to buy the equipment to make your own transfers and stuff like that, you could just go to them. It's easy. You could do one at a time, or they have like this option where you could do a gang sheet, which you could just throw multiple designs onto one roll, which might be like 22 by 24, or it's different lengths that they have, but you could just, that's an easy way to get a lot of designs for a little bit of money, because the bigger the gang sheet, the cheaper it is. So you can actually add more. Like, say if you wanted 20 shirts, you could throw 20 designs on a gang sheet, whereas if you was to get 20 individual designs made up, it's gonna cost you way more. So that's something that you could look into. So I do that myself. I'll get like a 22 by 24 gang sheet, or sometimes a 22 by, I think, 36 or something like that, 22 by 48, something like that, and then that'll just give you, a lot of different options and choices or whatever. So like I said, Ninja Transfers, check them out. That's where I get my designs made up and stuff like that. But there's probably other apps too that you can use to design, to make designs and stuff like that. Um, so the first step to pressing up this shirt, right? Just want to show y'all, we got a blank shirt here, nothing on it. This is a performance tee, so it's a little bit like a stretchy material. Sometimes you do have to change the heat of the heat press depending on what you're using the press with. I keep it the same for these shirts. I realize that it's really no difference. This is 100% polyester, but I press it with the same temperature. I always put mine at 325 for 30 seconds. So it works for the other performance tees. So it ain't broke. I'm not fixing it. But so what I wanted to show y'all was, this is like the Teflon paper. This is how it comes. Well, I ordered this from Amazon, but this is it comes with the comes rolled up, fresh sheets, in case, after a while they get a little beat up or whatever. You might want to replace that. And like I said before, this is a transfer. This is just from a different design I had that said 25/7, that I actually had put on the sides of a hoodie, going down the sleeves. But today we're gonna put this on the bottom of the back of the tee. We're gonna spice up the shirt a little bit. Instead of just having a regular signature tee, we're gonna put the signature logo. Which, by the way, this is like one of my first logos that I came up with. It's like it's special to me because this is something that I came up with like in the very beginning. When I was coming up with my whole movement. The heat is ready. Uh, all right. So when it beeps, you just hit the button one time, and then it's ready to go whenever we're ready. So like I was saying, this design I'm eventually gonna upgrade or whatever, but for right now, this is like one of my signature logos. You'll see it like on the channel or whatever, and a lot of things you see me in. Sometimes I just throw the logo on it. It's just a symbol of my movement. Same thing with the sleeve. This is another logo that just represents 25/7, which 25/7 means all the time. It's beyond 24/7. It's all the time, always ready, always relentless. That's the movement. That's the wave. So that's what we rocking with. And yeah, so first things first, anytime you press on anything, you want to make sure that you give a quick, like they call it a pre-press, to get all the wrinkles out and get the moisture out. Make sure that the design sticks to it real nice. All right, so for this, you don't need to put no Teflon paper down. You're just gonna give it a press, 5 seconds, couple seconds. Doesn't even have to be 5 seconds, just a few seconds, just to get a nice starchy feel to it. It's ready. So we're gonna be doing the back. So we're gonna light this back up real quick too, so that that's ready. And you could do whatever you want with these. I mean, you could fill up the shirt with designs. You could, or hoodie, whatever. You could. I mean, I've done like windbreaker jackets, stuff like that. But it's basically up to you. It's all trial and error. Sometimes you might mess up or whatever, but it's a learning curve. I'm still learning. I actually taught myself how to do like graphic design and stuff like that while I was hurt, while I was injured. Basically all of 23 and 24. So I just basically, I mean, of course I kept going with it, but while I was sitting at home not working and just injured, I was just fooling around with graphic design apps and trying to, not even trying. I was just adding tools to my gang box. You know what I'm saying? So now that we got the pre-press done, now we're gonna try to find out where we're gonna put this design. Well, I know where we're gonna put the design, but I'm gonna show y'all where this design is going and how to get that done. So stay tuned. All right, so this part can get a little tedious because you want to try to make sure you get it as straight as possible. Now, a lot of times with this stuff that's coming from different countries and stuff, you never know, how straight it's really gonna be. You're trying to kind of line it up to the stitching, but sometimes things are off depending on where it's made and how it's made, what type of fabric it is. So you just try to get as accurate as you can. Like these shirts are never straight, these Amazon essentials, but they do the trick. This is just for working out. This ain't for going out. It's just for working out. And you get to represent whatever you about or send whatever message you want to send. And you could do that right in your own crib. All right, so that looks about straight. So now the rule of thumb is that you want to put the whatever design, chest design, they call it a chest hit, that you're gonna do is you're gonna line it up to the, I think it's like the inseam of the neck. I'm not sure exactly what they consider that, but wherever the shoulder stitching starts at the shoulder. Now what I'm gonna do is, this is the Teflon tape. We take this, we cut a couple pieces, and we tape it down to keep the design in place. Now this isn't definitely where it's going, but I just want to tape it down and then hold it up to myself in the mirror so I can kind of see exactly where this thing falls. All right, so I think I like it there. Like I said, it all depends. Sometimes you try to measure it thinking that that's the right spot, and then if you press it, it's too late. You can't undo it. So you want to try to make sure before this thing gets pressed that you're happy with it. So I'm happy with it. Oops. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is get a couple more pieces of tape and make sure this thing is down nice before we press it. The whole purpose of this is just to make sure that once you find that spot, you don't lose it, because when you pick this thing up to put it under the press, sometimes these things have a tendency of coming off. It looks straight. Like I said, it's hard to tell because sometimes the shirts are not sewn completely straight, but like I said, it is what it is. This is for entertainment purposes only. This isn't going to Macy's. All right, so you see, shirt is on there. Design is in a spot where the press is gonna hit it. You take our Teflon paper. Make sure you cover anywhere where the heat is gonna be. Swing it around. Make sure it's straight. Now they have a knob up here for tension, so they can give it more of a squeeze when you press down. But we got it good enough right now where it's at. So you press that down. Start the timer. So it's set for 30 seconds. When it beeps, that means it's ready. I usually let it beep 2 times and then I lift it up. There you go. This is how it looks. Really doesn't look any different. You can't really tell any difference right now. So these are a cool peel. So you have to wait till they cool down before you can peel the design. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it over and start looking for the spot for the next design while that's cooling. So like I said, I already know where I'm gonna put it, but just gonna show y'all how this process is. So we got this design says just a font that says 25/7. We're gonna put this across the back, give it a little bit of spice, so it's not just a plain Jane signature shirt. Because like I said, you're your own designer. You can do whatever you want. You could put whatever styles you want. This is a solid color, but you could do random colors. Now you can't mix up the colors in one design, but you can have um like multiple designs. Like if you do a gang sheet, you could have a bunch of white designs, color designs. You could have all of that. Whatever designs you want, you could have put on the shirt or on the paper, transfer paper. All right, so let's just get a little measurement real quick of. This is why I said this part could be tedious, because I'm a perfectionist, so I'd like to try to get things as good as possible before I sign off on it. It's 22 inches, so half is. Oh, perfect. All right, so we in good shape. This is looking cool right here. It's in good shape. Don't gotta be perfect, just gotta be present. We are work in progress. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to design. I'm still learning how to. Sometimes I mess up with the sizing, and stuff like that. So it's all trial and error. We're getting better together. All right, I'm happy with that. Well, well, you see what I'm saying? It's real easy for this thing to move. I don't know what that is on the tape, but I ain't pressing that. Yeah, the Teflon tape you can get at Amazon or on Amazon. Yeah, sometimes I go crazy with the tape because the last thing I want to do is have this thing move on me after I done took a half hour trying to position it. So, like they say in construction, you measure twice, cut once. Okay, it's taped a little sus, but we're gonna get it done. So we already put heat to the design that's on the front, so we want to make sure that that doesn't catch any more heat. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the Teflon paper on there. We're gonna rinse and repeat the same process that we did earlier. So we're gonna cover this up, swing this around, press down, hit the timer, give it like 32 seconds. It's the second beat. Turn it off, lift it up. All right, take the Teflon off. Got our design here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna peel the front off now that that's cool. All right. All right. See, there you go. Now, the next step, after you peel the transfer paper off, you put the design back on the press, right? And then we're gonna set up just like as if we were to press again. We are gonna do a press, but this is what they call like the accent press. This is to bring out whatever color, whatever detail is in the actual design and give it like that final icing on the cake. Now this press right here is only for like 5 seconds. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to time it or nothing. Just give it the old 5 Mississippi. There you go. Stay ready, stay relentless. All right. Now, this is cool. So now I'm gonna show y'all how we peel this thing. All right. You see it? See the paper and all that? This is in real time right now. All right. You see that? 25/7 at the bottom. So now what we do is we flip it around. And we set y'all up so y'all see what's going on here. All right. So once again, once you peel that transfer paper off, now this is the bare design. So you can't press this without something in between. So you got to put your Teflon paper back in here. And then you're going to hit it for like another 5 seconds. Get that final press. And that's going to give the accent to the design. Bring out all of the vibrancy and all that. Okay. And that's it. So you got the 25/7 on the back. You got your 25/7 signature on the front. And this is how we do. This is how you make your own fitness merch or your own merch in general. Yeah, so that's how you get it done, man. 25/7. Stay ready, stay relentless. You got your 25/7 across the back. Just to flex a little bit if you really want to. You know, while you on that bar, everybody know who it is. You know. But yeah, that's about it. Let me show you how that thing look. Gotta show you how it look, right? This is real time right here, y'all. And it go with the Yankees. So you can do this at the crib, y'all. It ain't that serious. Something small to a giant. You know, I gave you the blueprint. I'll put out some more videos like this. I'll put out some different items that we're gonna press on. Maybe a long sleeve tee, a hoodie. I'll show y'all the hoodie. Yeah, we're gonna get active. All right, 25/7 TV. We're not just construction. We're not just working out. We do it all. So stay tuned. We building a village over here. Let's get to it. 25/7 TV. Stay ready, stay relentless. Don't count time, make time count. And you don't have to be perfect, just be present. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit up the notification bell so you can know when videos like this is dropping.